Hello everybody, welcome back to FTL Mods. We're still playing with the 20 ships from Pliu. We're gonna do the last three. First one is the Slugman's friend. Anything here? Ship is a Zoltan. Slug story. I don't get it. But I wonder if some of these are from what's that mod name called again? Strange New Galaxy. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not gonna make any statement on it. Looks like the big thing here is to see which one's best when it comes down to having just a glaive beam as cloaking or Zoltan shield. Well, we'll go find out the answer. We need to depower pretty much everything if we want that glaive online. We're back to level 1 engines. Good. We were starting to get full of ourselves by being able to say that we have 2 engines. Solar flare sucks. And we need to keep in mind the one hit on weapons is going to put us in a really terrible position. So some of that debris made it through, which is kind of weird, isn't it? Alright, that shot's going to go straight at our weapons. No, it's actually not. It's going to go for our engines. Okay. We'll just vent everything that isn't piloting or engines. Because I don't want to go running all over the ship to go find out where the hell the fire is. We'll keep it like that. It's a small chance that a fire would break out here or here, but I do think it could happen, so you know. Nothing we would be able to do in that regards, but it didn't happen, so let's keep going. I don't think this is gonna go very well. One of their volleys can do just that, and I don't think our glaive beam will be ready before they have their next one. Which is weird. How long does a glaive beam take anyway? Yep, when they hit the weapons. Alright. I'm not even going to continue with this one now because I'm going to get annoyed. So, in order to keep my mind fresh, I will call it, I'm going to cut this thing here. Is a Zoltan shield better than a cloaking? I don't know. Alright. You get pretty much the same issue you do with the DASR-12, one hit on weapons and you're sitting duck for a long while, alright? Because first you have to fix it and then the glaive beam needs to charge again. Could it be strong? Yeah, sure. What I think is that this ship could use some more starting power though. Not being able to power your shields at the start is gonna put you in a nasty position. Anyway, we're gonna cut this here because I'm gonna get annoyed anyway. Ship class type B, not much said about this one. The SITNAM. Pretty much the same as the other one, just with Mantis. Sure. Again, I think it's gonna be a little bit overpowered, but you know. Sure. Alright. Right, yeah. So a lot of it's going to depend on whether or not you have to board the ice ships, which is something you can't do with this one. But everything else is pretty much fair game, isn't it? Just get everyone inside a teleporter and wreck some face. It's going to be less overpowered than the one with the Lanius on, because you're not drawing oxygen from the room, which means you'll never get the weapons room to yourself until everyone's dead. And you can board the ice ships, and you also don't have a... Oh. Someone remove the manning station. which means you can fit 4 people in here, which is probably fine, but it just looks weird because, you know, there's a dude standing inside of the machinery, but, you know. But yeah, it's gonna be less overpowered than the Lanius one. So I think this one might actually be alright. It's weird that you can do this even if you don't have any weapons. We'll see if you can pick up a crappy weapon, potentially. I don't think we will be able to, but, you know. Well, guess I was wrong. Lifeform scanner isn't that important. You're gonna board anyway, so who cares what you're facing? Right? Anywho, we'll probably take some damage here unless I can do this properly. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Unless that NG, yeah, pulls a stunt like that. Okay. Welcome aboard. We have a pilot. It still weirds me out, though. Anyway. Okay. We're already getting close to the exit. Engage the enemy. We don't even have to send everyone back to their stations now. Time saver. And we actually have someone that can maybe cause us to dodge 1 or 2 shots. Really, we're not giving them the time to take those shots, apparently, here, but, you know. Another 35 scrap and we'll be able to get our weapon online. How cool would that be? It's probably not going to happen, though. Probably. We probably won't even use it then either, but, you know, just... Yay, 2 hull points repaired. Life is beautiful again. Right, continue. Do you have a 4-room? We do not, so we'll go into 2 separate rooms, unfortunately. Easy enough. Alright, one more. We do not have pheromones, so I can't really do piracy. Alright, that's gonna do it for this one. This is going quite quick, and it's last one. Green Crystal, you're big. It's an boarding ship, 4-slot teleporter. Hazard suits for some bizarre reason. Alright. Well, 4 crystals. It's gonna be good. I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna be superior, but we'll see. First fight will be an ice ship because, you know. No, there's actually nothing here. Okay. Alright, prepare for battle. You are just waltzing out of this room, so we'll log down to this. Ah, sometimes my timing is on par. And then they have a bloody repair drone. Okay, we're gonna need to switch some people. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. So we can send everyone to the airlock. We probably should. I just can't be bothered, honestly. Let's just move on. Probably end up upgrading Clone Bay at some point. Alright, more of the same. Here's the other guy. You. Oh, you'll log down as well then. So who are we actually fighting here? Because I can't actually tell. Is it the Mantis? Because if so, these guys are dead. In which case we should probably lock some of this down. There goes one of them. Two of them. Alright, weapons are down. And while we wait for these to come back. I should go repair auction in the meantime. It's gonna take them a while until I get the weapons online anyway. Not too long, but still some time. We could probably board with just 2 people at this point. But since we have 3, we might as well use 3. We'll let the NG join. You can pilot this thing. Sure. We'll upgrade our clone bay. Move to attack, continue, port everyone into weapons, lock down. And because there's 4 people in here, the pilot is gone as well. You can log down long enough to be sure that all of the weapons are offline, but there's really no point. The mini beam wasn't really posing a threat anyway. Alright, easy enough. Sure. I don't board stations a lot, so sure. Guess I'm not doing it either. Guess I'm not gonna do it right now either. Well, that sucks. Of all the rooms you could have hacked, you went for the one room that I actually needed. You guys are jerks, you know that? I suppose one way you could go about this and let them hack and then you teleport in, but yeah, this is turning into one of those stupid things again, isn't it? I'm just gonna cut it here because we've seen what this thing can do, and the game is once again just being a dick to me. So let's go to the hangar. We've seen them all. I'm not going to cut the episode yet because it's way too short. Let's just go over all of them one last time and see what I think about it. So this thing works. Yeah, how much to say? It works. It's simple. It works. Also, very interesting one. The ions meaning using the ions to take down weapons and shields whilst you wait for the artillery to fire. Reminding me of the Taurus without the need for drone parts. Then we have the Dragon. Again, it works, but the drone control bothers me a bit. Like, I don't see the need for drone control here. Especially with the fact that it's only level 1, meaning you spend 50 on it, despite the system only costing you 35. I don't get it, alright? But, there it is, anyway. And tech, it works. A bit sad that these aren't custom images, but it's using the blueprint from vanilla AE, which is just the basic combat drone. It works, yeah. Kind of the reverse of the Taurus in that regard. Alright. APOC, which has hull laser with 3 shots. Not bad. The FTL jammer is a nice thing. I don't think anyone will keep this one around for too long. There's no real need for that, I say. But yeah, this one works. Might be a bit powerful because, you know, 3 shots, hacking. But yeah, I mean, sure. This one is overpowered. When I did my own run with this one, granted, I failed miserably, but yeah, having weapons on level 8, that means, like, as far as starting scrap go, like a really big chunk that you don't need to spend on upgrading those weapons, and not being able to, well, not being forced to stick with both Vulcans. You're kind of free to go. One thing you might be able to do is just set number of weapon slots to 2. At that point, you'll probably want to keep those Vulcans around a bit longer, but with 4, no, you don't. So, you know, backup DNA bank is once again also a why bother. I don't see the point of it being on there. Doesn't mean it doesn't have to be. Doesn't mean it shouldn't be on there or isn't allowed to be on there. It's just like, why is it there? You know. All right. The bomb overpowered as fuck. All right. Nothing to be said about it. It's overpowered. For landing this borders, small bomb to take down oxygen or med bays or whatever, it's too overpowered. The brain looks interesting. Too overpowered as well. These things. I mean, 3 shots in 5 seconds or 6 in 10, whilst being able to mind control any potential pilots. Yeah, it's also a bit too overpowered. Looks cool, but it's too strong. And again, that's a personal preference of mine, right? Some people could use the extra help. Personally, I'm more of a kind of man that would like to not have overpowered ships. If people like them, hey, good for you. I don't hate them. I just say they aren't really my thing. Rocket Mini Stealth, interesting. It works. The only real difference that I can notice besides the crew is just you change the dual laser with the Pierce layer and you basically got the stealth ship A. There's the engine things and some other augments. Better than that, yeah, I mean, it works. A small adaptation to the Stealth A, the Nissos? No, that's the Federation B. The what's Stealth A called again? Yeah, whatever. Okay, Slugman overpowered, but not from the start. I mean, it can easily become overpowered. All you need is the ability to get both of these up at the same time, as well as this thing, which means upgrading weapons twice and you're overpowered, right? You can zap crew with... You can instantly kill all crew except for Rockman with one hit, and it's easy to see why this would be overpowered, right? There's a reason this thing has a rarity of 5, whilst the Fire Beam, which I personally find better, only has a rarity of 2 or 3, I think. And yeah, it's just because getting 2 of these is too powerful. Not much to be said about it. Alright, Mandus. Yeah, it works. I mean, crew's a bit on the low end, but the biggest weakness of the Mantis is taken care of in the form of the 2 repair drones. The Mantis pheromones, for me, they mean much more than your average FTL player, because in Captain's Edition that allows you to take slavers for free, and if there's such piracy, you won't be getting a level 4 slot teleporter because there are no 4 slot rooms available. Yeah, okay, sure, it works. Crystal HW. Can easily become overpowered. The way it stands now, it's alright. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of crystal weaponry, which you usually don't see too much of. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we did this one already. I did this one already. Limo. This ship, again, has great potential of becoming overpowered, but isn't at the start, mainly due to a massive, massive lack of power. So, it's a challenge ship until you get your first 5 power bars. After that, you can easily ball out of control, I think. And I do wonder why the hell you give us drone control but no starting drones. Again, maybe get rid of those. Well, maybe get rid of that, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's, you don't really get a chance either, which is what I'm telling. When I did my run on this one, I'd say give us the option between drone control or teleporter. But the thing is, you already have one too many systems, so removing drone control would just mean you won't be able to get drone control either anymore. So sure, keep it. It's fine. Alright. A good ship for its early game, and after that it becomes probably too powerful. Probably. A result. It works. The repair arm would probably rub people the wrong way. Although 5% of your scrap for 2 hull damage is a pretty decent deal, I think. At least early on. Yeah. Early on it's probably a good deal. Late game, then again, by the late game you probably already got rid of it. It works. It's probably a bit too strong if you compare it to other ships, but I'm not going to open up that can again with overpowerness and whatnot, so... Then there's Gold Edition. Honestly, it's a bit boring. You just pop up the missile drone, fire your Artemis a bit, and that's it, right? It's a bit boring. It looks good, but I personally think it's a bit boring. And considering I'm also not a great fan of missile launchers, yeah, I mean, if you wait for this thing, you're just twiddling your thumbs, doing absolutely nothing. And people are probably going to be pretty sparse with the use of their Artemis anyway, so anyway. Yeah, I suppose it's alright. It's just one of those ships that don't suit me well. I shouldn't be hammering on ships just because they're not to my personal liking, so you know. Stealth Bomber, not bad. Again, it seems like just a stronger version of the Stealth A. Artillery, I don't see the point of having it, but it's there. Maybe he knows the artillery isn't that great, and it's just one way of getting rid of a system slot. Flag artillery ain't bad, but it's too slow early game. Late game, you could probably start using it to take down shields. Early game, well, it's there, and that's pretty much it. It's there. A recharge booster instead of long range scanner is a risk because you only need one asteroid to hit on your piloting, causing both tiles to catch on fire, and well, there's your run, isn't it? Okay. Rock Elephant. I kind of liked this one. Might actually be my favorite of the bunch. Not entirely sure, but yeah, it works. Not much to be said about it. Anti-Medbot dispersal is a bit weird, but it's usually because if I put this on, I put an NG on board as well, for lore reasons, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, nothing wrong with it. Works pretty well. Sure. This one, it could work, but just like the DSR-12, you need that little bit of luck to get everything off your feet. Personally, I'd say give it a bit more power so you can power your shields as well as your glaive beam. I think that was the biggest issue here. But other than that, sure, it's a decent looking ship. SITNAM. It works. It's not as overpowered as the border type A here. It will have its issues like AI ships and such, slow repairs and whatnot. So yeah, I think this one is fine. And once you start getting your weapons in, you can start getting out of control again as well. Sure, yeah, this is fine. And then this one, I'd rank it somewhere in between, maybe a little closer to being closer to the Lanius one, because you can just board into weapons, lock it down, keep it locked down. But yeah, sure. So all in all, we had a good selection of ships here. A lot of fun ones, a few overpowered ones. But yeah, if you're bored of the vanilla ships, here's another 20 to give a running, shall we say. So yeah, this is where I'm going to cut it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. Feel free to show support by commenting, liking, and or subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, which will be another mod. Bye everyone.